Hello everybody, my name is Josh, but you will know me as Sneaksy Gamer. Today I am going to be playing Thief the Dark Project, one of my favorite games of all time. It was released in 1998, I believe. I'm not quite sure on the year, but it was released by Looking Glass Studios, and they are no longer operating, but Eidos has bought out the rights to the games, and, well, let's get started. I'm going to be playing on Expert throughout the game, and I'm going to include the training. The training is not affected by the difficulty, but here we go.
Welcome, young Garrett. In the nearby rooms, I will instruct you in the various skills you will need to survive. Please stay in the entrance area to each room while I explain the room's purpose. When you are ready to begin your lessons, proceed down this hallway to the first room.
And there are a few bugs, like right here, this stair. I should be able to walk up it, but I can't, so I have to use jump to climb over it.
You must learn how to move unseen. Stay in the shadows. Avoid the light. The indicator on your screen will tell you how visible you are. Try to reach the top of the platform without being seen.
And the indicator he was speaking about is down in the bottom, the middle of the screen down there. When it's yellow, I'm able to be seen slightly. When it's completely dark like this, I'm not able to be seen unless they're pretty much right on top of me. And when it's red, like it was a little bit ago, then I'm pretty much completely visible.
Well done. I did not see you approach.
Open this door to continue. When the door is near the center of your screen, it will light up, indicating that it is selected. To manipulate selected doors and other objects, use them. Good. Proceed down this corridor for your next test. Now you must learn to move quietly. Some surfaces are louder than others when walked upon, and moving quickly makes more noise than moving slowly. Listen to your own footsteps to hear how much noise you are making. The instructor will have his back turned. You must get to the top of the platform without being heard.
And here it's basically stay on the carpet, don't step on the metal, and I can get up there without being heard. And as you can see, the graphics in the game aren't the best, but that's to be expected from an older game. It's still a very fun game.
Very good. I did not hear you traverse the room.
Beyond this door is a hallway that will lead you to your next task.
Okay, now we're gonna get a bit of a tutorial on the weapons in the game. The main two, your sword and your bow.
Now get your weapons. To pick up objects, select them by centering them on screen until they light up. Then use them.
Grab the
Choose your
sword
weapon now.
and the bow.
Try readying your sword and then your bow. You can always put them away again if you need your hands free. Now let's go out to the courtyard for some target practice. Ready your bow. Knock an arrow and draw back the string by holding down the attack button. Make sure you draw all the way back, or your shot will
I'm
not
not
have
the
full power.
the
Take aim,
best
and when you are
aim,
ready to
but
shoot, release your attack. See if you can hit one of these targets. Good shot. Keep practicing if you wish. When you are ready to proceed, approach the training dummy and ready your sword.
I don't intend to be using the bow that much in the game.
Swing at the target with the attack button. A quick tap will give you a slash. Move the tip of your sword to the left of the target for a left slash, and to the right of the target for a right slash. Hold the attack button down, then release for an overhead swing. Try both slashes and the overhead swing on the practice dummy. Good job, you're ready for a live opponent. To practice against your partner, enter the cobbled sparring area.
And this I just do because I find it slightly comical. I'm supposed to use the sword against him, but
Attack him with your sword, not your bow. Well done. Keep sparring if you wish. When you are done, leave the sparring area. That's enough sparring for today. Please walk over to the table. Would you care for some refreshment before we move on, young Garrett?
and now I'm going to show you
Please
guys a
pick up
little bit
all
of a
of the items on
secret.
this table. Cycle through your inventory to see the objects you have in your pockets. Once an object is displayed, you may use it. Have something to eat if you wish. Then you may proceed. The next test is waiting on the other side of the metal door.
And see, if you wait too long, this gate will close behind the guard. But if you come over here rather quickly after picking up the key off of that table, you can come to a locked door here. And if you use the key on the door, you find a basketball court in here. No real significance to the basketball stuff, I don't think, but there's also a bedroll here. But if you pick that up and use it, there are quotes from the developers in it. I won't be reading all of these. I won't be reading these quotes because it's several pages of them, and it would just take a lot of time. But I will go through them, and if you would like, you can. If you have to, pause the video and read them. They're mostly just little bits of somewhat comical things that the developers decided to put in here, just a little Easter egg. And there's no significance to the story or anything in here, but I find it kind of cool. It's just a little Easter egg. I accidentally skipped a page there. Okay. I'll go back and... Okay. There's the page I accidentally jumped over. And there you go. Then we drop that and we can continue on with our training. I just figured I'd put that in there for you guys. Not everybody knows about that. I mean, the game being as old as it is now, a lot of people have found that, but now I need to use this key I found
The door is locked,
to
but the
open
key
this.
from the table will open it. To unlock the door, select the key in your inventory. Center the door on screen until it lights up. Then use the key on the door. Good. Now head down this hallway to get to your next test.
And the other things from the table, there was an apple you can eat to recover health, and there was a healing potion which also recovers health.
Now you will learn new movement skills. First, climb the rope by jumping onto it. Move while looking up or down to climb up or down the rope. Turn to change your facing. If you jump again, you will release the rope. Now climb the rope to get to the top of the platform. Well done. Run and jump across the gap to the other side of the stream.
And the first time I ever played this game, I actually didn't even make that jump.
Good jump.
I wasn't quite used to the controls yet, and
This obstacle is easy to climb if you know how. First, move close to the wall.
I
Next,
think I'm
jump to
close
grab
enough.
the edge of the wall and pull yourself up. Good job. I am most pleased with your progress. You have passed the last test for today. If you wish, you may stay to practice your climbing and jumping, or swimming, ducking, leaning, or crawling. When you are finished, you may return to your chambers by going through that red door. Farewell.
Okay, and before I go through here, there is a piece of loot you can grab to get you an extra 50 gold in the right in here at the end of the hall.
The keepers were training me to be one of them, but I found other uses for those skills.
And I apologize if this part is really loud, but I can't really do much about it because the rest of the game is real quiet if I turn the volume down, so I could edit it, but I'm not the best at editing. But anyway, a keeper's training is complete, so now we continue on to the first mission. Difficulty is expert. We're on Lord Bafford's Manor. So my objectives are to sneak into Lord Bafford's Manor and case the place. The well house in the back is your best bet, if you can get the key from the guard. Blackjacking or pickpocketing him would be quietest. The blackjack I will show you early on in the mission. It is used to knock people out without killing them, and it's a non-lethal way to get through the game, and it's pretty much a necessity on expert difficulty. Okay, find Lord Bafford's prized jeweled scepter and redistribute it to yourself. Try to do it without causing too much commotion. In addition to pinching the scepter, steal 700 worth of valuables while you're in the manor, and that number changes with each difficulty. On expert it's 700. If I go to normal, I don't have to steal any additional. Hard, I have to get 350, and then expert it's 700. I will be playing expert, as I said earlier. Don't kill anyone while you do the job. No servants, no guards, no pets, no one. There are a few exceptions, which you will see throughout the game, to the don't kill anyone. But anyway, that's another thing with expert. I cannot kill anyone, and then I have to, once I've achieved my other objectives, get out of the manor house and back to the city streets. So let's get started on this then. So here, before each mission, you get a chance to buy some items. I won't be buying broadhead arrows because I won't be needing too many of them. The healing potions, I don't plan on getting into any fights, so I shouldn't need those. I'll be buying the water arrows so that I can put out torches. And now we play the mission. As you can see, I have much less life in the bottom left corner than I did in the training.
I'm going to the bear pits tomorrow. You want to come with?
There's a few too many to try to get by here.
What? You soft belly.
Now in an easier difficulty, I could most likely get in through that entrance because I could kill the guards. But on expert, you can't kill them, so it's... I suppose it would be possible if you could get them out of there, but I'm not going to try it. Here I'll demonstrate what the blackjack does. You just hit them over the head, and then you can pick the body up and carry it out of patrol routes, out of the light into shadows. There isn't a patrol through here, so I'm just going to drop the body there. And here we can grab some broadhead arrows and a few water arrows. We'll be coming up to the first guard up ahead here, and because I'm not inside the manor yet, I guess they don't see me as a threat. This is an entrance into the sewers. I'll be using a different one to get in there. But as long as I don't have a weapon out, I'm not sure if he'll attack if I have a weapon out, but better to play it safe. And here he is.
How's it going?
But now I'll get behind him, and I'll knock him out. It's not necessary to knock all the guards out, but it does make traversing the level a lot easier. There's no patrol route through here other than his, so I will drop him there. And now I'm going to go into the sewers. You'll see that save successful message at the top of the screen quite often because I'm going to be quick saving a lot. Because every once in a while I will make a mistake and I will have to load, and I don't want to have to load from way back in the game. So, and this part is very easy to die if you don't grab the ladder. I have done it many times. I've fallen down and hit the ground down here without hitting the ladder, and I died. But anyway, now we're in the sewers. You don't have to come down here, but if you want to get all the loot, first of all, I will show you. This portcullis or gate or whatever you want to call it is locked. I can't open it, so we want to go into this room that I opened here. And there's a necklace on the ground there. And a lever on the wall. And that opened this up. So then we will come over here. And there's an exit here for getting back up and out of the sewers. I will quick save again, so if I fall off of the ladder, I don't have to go back to my other save. We open this. And I'm out. I will close it. And I'm going to walk around this way so that I don't step on the metal. This guard will also not attack you at this point unless you make it obvious that you're hostile. So we pickpocket the key and knock him out. He was clearly drunk, as you could tell. And as there's no patrol, I'll just leave that body there. The key opens this door. And if you come up from down below, you can come up this way and just go behind him from down here. There's the sewer entrance I used, but I went down there so I could get up here and get that loot. And if you come up in front of him, he won't attack you, but he will make a comment about something to do with what's with the funny get-up, talking about your outfit. But this is the well house that was mentioned in the objectives. We've got a long drop here into some deep water, and then want to try to stay at the surface because there is a breath meter. You can't stay underwater for too long. And coming up real quick here, this area is just, you can get some loot in here. But this area in here, you will see some of the enemies I said are an exception to the you can't kill anything rule. And they're spiders. Now, I'm not the best aim with the bow, so I may miss, but thankfully the ground here, you can pick up arrows in some surfaces. This happens to be one of them, and as you can see, I missed that one. And I missed that one too. And there we go. So now I can pick up the arrows that I missed with. There's that one, and there's that one. And there's some loot in this chest.
Since I'm in here, I might as well pick up something for myself.
And I'm already up to 300 loot total, so I don't have too much more. A little under halfway there, I suppose, to get to the 700. Then we've got a bit of a long, not too long, but a bit of a longer swim over here. And this seems rather convenient. There's a giant hole in the wall here.
Inside at last.
And the guards are not very smart in this game. You'll notice that pretty quickly.
The circuit room can keep up security, so...
I mean, what's wrong with us?
Well, we're fine. But I've been thinking we should watch the outsides more.
That's stupid. people to worry about there on the inside.
No, then you catch them before they get inside, you taffer.
Oh!
As I was saying, they're not very smart. And that term taffer that he used, I was curious one day because I had never heard it before, so I looked it up. There's a couple of different sources that I read from. One of them says that it's an old Anglo-Saxon term, or it's a derivative of one, and another one said that it was just made up by the company, so I haven't really found much on it, but I'm going to come in here and wait for that guard over there to come by. But the word taffer is more or less an insult, kind of calling him an idiot there. It's got a variety of uses throughout the games. There are 4 games in this series, and I will be playing all of them. Now I'll wait for him to go by. And as you can see, the character models are rather crude, polygonal character models, but it's an old game, like I was saying. That can be expected. We'll knock him out. And just as a habit, I tend to move bodies out of patrol routes, even if there's nobody patrolling. Like here, there isn't anyone who patrols this area other than that guard, and I just like to move them out of the way. So here we see a room with a book on that table. There's a key and a chest. I will be getting to that room towards the end of the mission, as there is no way to get to it from here. Okay, and now that is metal, so I can't just go straight for that guard because he would hear me. But that's the other guard that was talking over there in the entrance. And I will sneak up behind him, nothing to pickpocket from him. So I'll just knock him out. And as I was saying, I just try to make it a habit to move the bodies out of really well-lit areas. And here you can see there's bottles and bowls and stuff. You can use these to throw them and distract guards. There's also crates you can break, but as so far throughout the game in this mission, there's nothing hidden in them. I don't remember if there are in other missions or not, but then we've got a chest here. There's an apple, a couple of bottles next to it, and you get some flash bombs in that chest. Flash bombs are used... There's a couple of uses. The first use is you can use it to blind guards and get away, but I don't intend on needing to blind guards to get away. The other use, as you will see later, is against certain types of enemies. And that won't be for a couple of levels, I believe, before we run into those enemies. But now we're coming up here into the manor itself. And there's a couple of chests here. There's this one that's got some loot in it, and then this one, there's a vase in it. Another object you can throw, and if you're not careful with it, if you press the use button, you will throw it, and it makes a lot of noise. But now I'm in the first floor of the manor, and we can hear somebody snoring. There is a servant snoring in there. And in the room over there, there's 3 servants who are standing in there talking to each other. And it's not worth it to go in there, as there's nothing in the room. But now, And that's a common theme in this game, is you gotta think risk versus reward. Is it worth it to look in there to see if there's something? Now, this part, you'll notice I quick saved, and I will quick save again. I will grab this loot, and I'm quick saving at this point because... I'll do it one more time. Because that light being right behind that servant, I want to knock him out, but if I'm not careful, I'll hit that light, as the hitboxes are kind of weird. So... I've done that many times. I've tried to hit the guard or the servant, and ended up hitting that lamp behind him and alerting him. But anyway, now, here in our kitchen we've got some bread, some carrots, more throwable objects, 5 apples, 2 cheese wedges. In easier difficulties, I believe there's a water arrow in here, but I don't think, but there isn't on this difficulty. A couple more cheese wedges and a deer leg. Those are all food you can eat to recover health. And we've got a note here. Cedric, please speak to Cook about last night's dinner. While technically the menu conformed to my instructions, I suspect that the lamb was somewhat older than this spring's, and I am in no way fooled by his practice of warming the salad to disguise wilting. If Cook is incapable of finding adequate ingredients, he can be replaced. And if he offers those same excuses about the stone market shortages, please remind him that the grocery budget is a good 50% above last year's figures, and even he should be able to procure adequate victuals at those prices. Lord Bafford. So Lord Bafford is kind of a mean guy, kind of harsh. Now this room over here, I won't be going through that door because I prefer to take a different route, but there's some bottles in here and a few bowls, so you can use those to distract them. The room isn't really important for anything. But then I will come out here, and you could hear another drunk guard over this way. And as far as I can tell, that noise that just happened doesn't mean anything in that spot. It's similar to the noise you hear when you find a secret area in some of the other games. But anyway, and I find this quite strange. Apparently we've got really long arms, because I can be this far away and open the door, but anyway, here's our drunk guard. Quite drunk, as it would seem. But we knock him out, and we will carry the body over here and drop it in the shadows. Close that door, and we will continue on our way. I just wanted to get him out of the way because if you're not careful, he can pose a problem a little bit further into the level. And once again, that noise plays, so I don't think it's anything important right there, but I think it's just kind of a noise. May have been a wrong placement for something in the game, in the development, that could have been meant to be somewhere else, and that was just placed wrong. But anyway, we will come out here,
Thought I saw something.
and that doesn't usually happen, but
Quiet enough now. Oh well.
I'll put out that torch. And that one. And now I've got darkness over here to work with. I'm going to quick save because I haven't for a little while. And the end of this episode will be coming up pretty soon here. So I'm gonna wait for him to go that way because of that other patrolling guard that went through that door. We can hear him approaching. See, if I had knocked that other guard out, this guy probably would have seen. Quick save again here. Get him over here. And throw him back here. I want to try to center him, kind of, because that way the guard who comes this way can't see his foot sticking out or something. Okay, I'm going to check this room up here real quick. I don't believe there's anything in here. No, there's nothing in this room. And I'm not sure that there's nothing in some of these rooms, but I will say there's nothing in there because I don't see anything. And I think we're hearing a guard up above there whistling and stepping around. But no, it's going to be a waiting game for that other guard to come back out here and down this way so I can knock him out. I suppose I could head up this way and try to sneak up on him when he gets out here. Nope. Didn't splash back to there. Now that I've got darkness here, I could probably sneak up on him once he gets through this door. He went through this door to the right here. I can hear him approaching. I can hear the footsteps on the carpeted floor in there. And as this game is based around stealth, you have to listen to the audio cues a lot, and okay, I'll wait for him to come down past me here, and then I'll go over and hopefully I'll knock him out without being seen. But I'll put his body over here with this other guard. One time when I was playing this just for fun, I intentionally brought a bunch of bodies over here and piled like 8 of them behind that wall. Just because I thought it would be kind of comical. But now there shouldn't be anybody else patrolling on this side. So I will go through here. And I will grab this goblet. And I've got 420 loot. I'm gonna read this note here. To all staff, the Sir will be taking his dinner and evening out tonight, so domestics and manservants have the night free. Housekeep is still expected to finish the quarters and the general polish. The house guard is not to find this an opportunity to shirk, and lapses will be brought up with the Sir, Cedric. So, many of the servants have the night off. That's why we saw the one guy sleeping earlier, and there were the 3 in the other room just kind of talking to each other because they've got the night off. So now I'm going to come over here. There's a little bit of loot over here. There's a plate and a cup, and this is where I'm going to end this episode. I'm going to make a hard save here. And I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.